Happy Easter, Burn. How are you, my dude?
It's a good Sunday. It's a good Sunday, as
I
people would say.
mean, the Lord has risen, I suppose. I don't know where he's at. Maybe he's on your shirt. I don't know.
No, you see, he's a bunny, right? And then he gives people eggs, and the eggs have like money in them. I think that's how it works.
Or do they have poison gas or like cannibal? Actually, it was funny on Instagram before we continue. Mike Doherty, who made Trick or Treat and Krampus, it was like an old clip, I guess, like an old like commercial or something where the little pumpkin character Sam from Trick or Treat, he
Hmm.
gave people Easter, where it's like there's an egg with a bunch of writing on it, so it's very Krampus looking, and they opened it up and it was a dead like rabbit corpse in there, like an embryo almost, and
Oh
and then
no!
some girl bit her chocolate rabbit and there was a blade in there. And the dad's like, wait, what's happening right now? And the mom's like, here's dinner. And it's a dead rabbit, like all crisp and horrified looking. And they're all freaking out. The rabbit's like, kill me, please. It was like, oh no.
Oh
And
my God!
outside Sam just has like little bunny ears for Easter. And I was like, oh man, I kind of want this to be a thing, just not Sam. Like do an Easter bunny version of him.
Oh my gosh, that would be intense. I'd never seen this. Like you said, is this new or is this
I
just
I
like?
have no idea. I think he posted something about like, oh, here's a little gem from a while ago for Easter. Like Sam had
Mm,
Easter. I don't know, something weird, but I was like, I'm into this. I even commented like, if you make an Easter version, I'm sold. um, but anyways, there's been so much crap out. I know we've been talking about the Winter Soldier and stuff, but there's one show I don't think anyone's really talking about besides like
the
maybe,
people who are watching it,
yeah, besides the people
which
who are
is
like
doesn't
watching
seem
it.
like it's a lot.
No, and I'm actually really surprised. Like, it's for everybody who, if you, oh my God, I can't talk right now. It's Easter Sunday, excuse me, and I have some person paparazziing me right now, so I'm putting on my good looks and everything, catching my good angles. But Amazon is a besides Disney, Amazon's cornering the market on superhero shit because there's this new show out right now called Invincible. And as soon as Burn, you talked about it to me like
Hmm.
last week. At first, I thought, do I feel like watching this? I don't give a shit. It's just another show. We have Falcon Winter Soldier going on. I don't need anything
Yeah, it
else.
just seems like okay, like another superhero thing. There's already so much out there.
Kind of. And it was also like, I'm already invested in one show. Do I want to get invested into another and kind
Hmm.
of have that choice? But honestly, I love that. So as soon as I turned it on the other night, like actually, yeah, last week, a little after you told me about it, I was just tired, put it on. I was like, holy shit, this is good. It was really the ending of the first episode that got me
Hmm.
hooked.
Yep. And no, absolutely the same for me too. Like when I had watched it, when they dropped, I remember texting you like that Thursday night, week ago at this point, or
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago, where they dropped like the first three episodes, and I was like, let me check it out because I've heard of the comic, I've never read it, and
Nope.
I heard a lot of good things, and I was like, okay, they're making an animated adaptation, and I'll see what it's all about. I'll watch the first episode before I go to bed. The same reaction as you. Once that first episode ended, I was like, hit the next one immediately. I was hooked.
I mean, because I didn't know what to expect going into it. I mean, I know we had the boys and we both love that show on
Hmm.
Amazon. Like that's what I'm saying. Amazon's cornering the market and like not Marvel and DC stuff, given because they kind of have to. They can't do anything like that. But no, the boys, Invincible, these are two of the definitely the shows I would recommend getting this, especially Invincible, because it's got such a solid voice cast.
Oh
Animation
yeah.
is simple, but it's got so much detail to it. For those of you who don't know, it is Robert Kirkman who's done The Walking Dead and the series. Actually, I don't know if he did the series, but I know he did The Walking Dead. He is actually helming this show. He's not just overseeing it. He is directing, writing, everything for it. So he gets to do the
Yeah.
show and the books, which is
Yeah,
kind of fun.
it's kind of a good thing too because if the creator of the comics is like involved with the show
Mhm.
now, and it's not going to be one of those things where the people who try to adapt the show do a lot of things differently or like unintended stuff that wasn't supposed to happen. They always like trying to like mess with the core of the books or the original source material.
Yeah.
But since it's the same guy, he's going to stay true to his vision. And I was like, okay, that's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah. No, and like I said, man, I was having I enjoyed it. They dropped the first three episodes last week. Now we're up to four.
Hmm.
And so it's about the halfway point, but basically, for those of you who don't know what it's about, it's literally about this guy, Mark Grayson, Grayson especially, as opposed to Dick Grayson, but he is the son of a very famous superhero, basically this world's Superman, or Superman-like character, because there's
Yeah.
another thing, and there's also a team called the Guardians of the Globe. So it's a very pretty much I would say more of a ripoff of DC than Marvel. I know on a interview, Jason Matsoukas was kind of comparing it to like Avengers and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I don't get that vibe that much, to be
Yeah,
honest.
they're kind of, offshoots of the typical archetypes that we've seen in these, like, big hero groups. You have your strong person, you have your person with no powers, and you have
Mhm.
your like techie, and then you have your speedster, and like your warrior, and it's like it's kind of it's a trope now at this point, and they're archetypes. So it's like this show is definitely, much like The Boys did, is very much playing off of those archetypes and really twisting them on their heads.
But like I said, that's why I love it, because it's kind of it walks that line of being a ripoff of that stuff, but still in its own world and its own thing.
Absolutely.
Like after the first episode, basically after the first few minutes, in all honesty, I didn't really think about it. I just thought, okay, this is the world we're introduced to,
Hmm.
and just takes off from there. And the voice cast behind this is J.K. Simmons, is Mark Grayson's dad, who's Omni Man, and he basically looks like J.K. Simmons with the white sideburns.
Yeah,
J.
like
Jonah
the J.
Jameson.
Jonah, yeah, J. Jonah Jameson version of J.K. Simmons.
J. Jonah Jameson, Stephen Yoon from Walking Dead, and from that one,
Minari.
Minari. Thank you. He's in that movie. He's a great actor. I'm really happy that his career is really starting to boom
Yeah,
now.
definitely.
Lauren Cohen's also in it from The Walking Dead and Batman vs Superman, and I can't really think of everybody, but it's got a good portion of The Walking Dead roster, just
Yeah,
because.
a lot of the actors from the TV show came here to do some voices, which I thought was like a nice little crossover because it's Robert Kirkman.
Yeah, and also I really like that about Amazon, like at least for Apple TV, when you like kind of see where you're at in the show, it shows who's in the scene. So I don't know
Yeah,
if it does that for
they're
everything.
like their X-ray thing.
Yeah,
It's such a cool thing. I wish other platforms did that too.
like John Hamm is in it as a random character. Like it's
Hmm.
Sandra Oh is also Stephen Yoon's mom and J.K. Simmons' wife. So it's got such a great cast. And then in episode 2, we're introduced to Jason Matsoukas, who plays a character named Rex Splode. Gillian Jacobs from Community. If you guys ever watched that, she's Britta. So now she's in this show as Adam Eve, not Adam and Eve, Adam Eve, like
like a particle.
yeah,
Adam.
like a particle. Thank you, Byrne. And like I said, dude, just with all this casting, I'm really into it. And Walton Goggins is in as like the Nick Fury character.
Yeah, Cecil.
Yeah, I just got super hyped when I was like, what? He's in this too? Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm sold. This is way too good already. Real quick, what would you say your favorite episode is? I'm still sticking with. Did you watch the most recent one, number 4?
Yes. Yeah, I'm all caught up. The first half of the season, I caught up last night. So, if you had to ask me which one's my favorite, it's hard to say because they've all been so consistently good. But I mean, that first episode was so good. Like, again, like
really,
just really the ending. Yeah, just because of what happens, which I won't spoil here. But
no,
man, like if I was to say, everybody just watch the first episode, and if you're not hooked, then it's like, I don't know.
I don't know what will.
Definitely like the show for you. Yeah.
So far, I've gotten my family to watch it because this is the show because they love The Boys. So I figured this could be something else they like. My brother this morning, he was watching it, and the ending of the first episode, he's just, I don't know if I can watch this just because of what happened, and I don't want to spoil anything. But the thing of this show, I would compare it to like Sky High and Kick-Ass mixed together.
Oh yeah, that's a really good comparison, actually.
And I love Sky High. If you didn't like that as a kid, then I don't know what.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Kurt Russell's in it. The late great, oh my God, Kelly Preston. God rest her. God love her.
Oh yeah.
And then Kick-Ass, just because it's got that off-brand humor where it's like, because the show there has a lot of roots with like growing up, like with puberty. Essentially, this is essentially what Mark Grayson's going through, inheriting his powers.
Another like coming of age superhero story. But
and just trying to navigate that
with an edge.
Yeah. And again, I thought it was pretty tame, but then it was just the very ending of episode 1. I was like, oh, this hit 11 really quick.
Yeah, it's like, oh, so this is what the show's about now. Like it does a great job of setting up certain expectations and then up ending them, and then that's what's the hook. And then for the rest of the show, these last 2, 3, even 4, it's like, okay, now we're really getting to see what this is all about.
Yeah, and it's kind of got like other couple of subplots going on, with J.K. Simms's character, Walton Goggins, and a couple other characters in it, and then that's why I'm liking it so far. It's really blending it all together, and I think right now the show's kind of at its halfway point. I mean, on IMDb, I know they only have 8 episodes, but yeah, I wanted to take time out of our Easter weekend to share with everybody. Like, you guys definitely should check this show out. I mean, if you're maybe on the queasy side, maybe you're not super into violence, especially animated violence, because I'm gonna say it is pretty fucking graphic. I'm not gonna lie. So if you're not into that, you may not like this. This may not be for you.
Yeah, definitely not a kid's show. don't show this show to your kids. I mean,
it's definitely not a kid's show.
It is animated, and I can see where someone can make the mistake, but do not show the children.
You walk in on that ending, it's like, what the fuck are you watching? You said it was fine. It's a cartoon.
I imagined the little girl from Wreck-It Ralph, like on the game.
No,
just like with the ending of the first episode, just ah.
I felt bad for that little kid in that trailer. That actually made me sad. Just this little girl's playing her game, and all of a sudden something terrible happens on it, like a rabbit explodes. It's like, oh no.
But yeah, that's what I would think.
I felt like that though.
Kids watching this show, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really digging these characters. I'm tempted to read the graphic novels now. Like, get a bunch of omnibuses and just read them.
Yeah, I'm definitely tempted to do that too. But maybe, I don't know. I feel like I should probably watch the show, the whole show first, so that way I don't come in with like certain expectations that they change something. I won't be like, having this, animated series is I think is a really cool, first time experience. And from what I've gathered on, people on like subreddits and like commenting about like the show, they're really like saying that this is a really good introduction to this universe. And so I'm like, okay, I'll just take this for what it is now. And then probably somewhere down the line, I'll do the same as you, just buy all the omnibuses and read through all of them once, the show's had its run.
Oh man. But if this show goes on for like a few years, I don't think I could wait that long. I'll wait until the first season's done, and then I'll probably do it. But I still have a bunch of books to read anyways, so I'm so.
And I'll say that too, where it's like, we're gonna have to wait in between seasons, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have that time and not know what's gonna happen next. So I might end up reading the books just out of pure the inability to wait.
For sure. But anyways, like we said, guys, it's called Invincible. It's Robert Kirkman's story. It's on Amazon, and each episode drops weekly on Fridays. Yeah. So if you're on Falcon and Winter Soldier, you could still watch this one because they're both about the same length, about like 45 minutes. So yeah, it's not a hard show to watch at all. It's actually pretty straightforward. It paces itself really well, and yeah, it's kind of a nice breather from Marvel and DC, to be honest. Because as much as I love those stories, it is nice to see other stories being told with other characters and actors too. So
absolutely. Yeah. Just because, we've had those two for the last 10 years with not really much, coming out. There's maybe like certain like little things here and there, like a Hellboy movie or something will come out, or Bloodshot, but they're usually not that good.
That movie's garbage.
So when we get things like, The Boys and now Invincible, it's like you said, a breath of fresh air, and it's really good on its own terms too. So it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, but that's all I gotta say about that. I can't wait till when the season ends. We're definitely gonna do like an in-depth spoiler review. We just want to keep it light so you guys can check it out. At least watch, like Bern said, watch the first episode. And if you don't like it by then I guess it's not for you, because it's such a great way to kick it off. Like it's one of the stronger pilot episodes I've seen for something. So yeah, I'm giving this show right now a hard 4 out of 5 so far. Maybe that'll be better or lower later, but I don't know. I don't care. I'm enjoying it right now.
No, same. Yeah, a good solid 4 out of 5. Let's see where the season ends, because if it keeps on the same trajectory, it's definitely like a 5 out of 5.
It's gonna be epic as shit. So, all right, my dude, but I will let you go. Enjoy your Easters.
Go hunt your eggs. They're out there somewhere.
I don't do that. I'm not a child. I mean, I wish I could, but no.
Just got to be like the Grinch. Excuse me.
Oh, if there was an Easter contest going on, yeah, kids would. If I was part of that competition, I'm sorry, kids. I want to
throw
win.
some elbows.
That's what the medic's for. Otherwise, he's just sitting around.
We got to give him something to do.
Exactly. All right, my dude. I will talk to you later, brother.
All right, my dude. I'll see you for the Falcon Winter Soldier, and then I'll see you sometime down the line for our review of the whole season 1 of Invincible. And people, definitely, if you've seen it, let us know what you think. If you haven't seen it, go check it out because it's
exactly awesome. He said it. Never truer words have never been said.
No, they haven't.
All right, brother man. Take it easy, dude.
Adios, my dude.